Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about an Illuvium price prediction for the token price. I'm going to go through where I think the token could be during the middle and the end of 2022. So you guys are definitely going to want to watch this. I know the markets are in a crazy mess right now, but just watch this if you want to learn more about the ILV token. I can't wait to share it with you. And as always, I'm Scoriox, I do the maths and you do the degen to get those sweet new kicks. Please let me know in the comments down below what kicks you might be buying soon, some Nikes or something. And as always, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advice and financial advisor. And please always do your own research. Okay, let's jump into it. Okay, so the first thing I have to do is definitely address the elephant in the room. Bitcoin is taking a gigantic dive. Now, again, this is not financial advice, and anything I'm going to speak about here is going to be under the assumption to a degree that Bitcoin recovers and continues its bull run at some point during this year. Okay, that is what a lot of this hinges on. If Bitcoin cannot recover this year and recovers in 3 to 4 years from now, then assume that these price predictions will fall 3 to 4 years from now. You have 3 to 4 years to accumulate as much as you can. That has to be addressed and that has to be considered before you buying any cryptocurrency, not just the ILV token. But that is what I will be focused on in this video. I hope that makes sense, and let's jump into it. So I'm going to make a May prediction and a December prediction, keeping in mind that Bitcoin had its big correction in May. So this is kind of like, it'll hit this then crash maybe, or something like that, trying to follow historical events in the cryptocurrency cycles. And I'm going to do a bit more technical for the May prediction, and I'm going to look a little bit more fundamentally and the game's potential for the December prediction, if that makes sense. So technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Technical analysis is looking at a chart, other cryptocurrencies and market caps, and pretty much raw technical and analytical mathematical data, and using that to synthesize predictions and analysis on token price and things like that. And fundamental analysis is looking at things like news stories and big shifts in sentiment and consumer consideration on a project rather than the token itself, which might drive a particular price based on fundamental statistics. So that is the big difference between the two, and that's how I'm going to split up this video. All right. So for the May prediction. Now, Decentraland and Sandbox are two coins I'm looking at for this because they've been the leaders in the Metaverse token space. So in around December, they both hit their recent peaks. So Decentraland hit around a $10 billion market cap. I'm not sure what the token price was, but it's irrelevant. And Sandbox hit around a $7 billion market cap. Now, currently ILV at around $650 sits at around, it's like $300 million market cap. Okay, so like 20x, 30x lower than these. All right. So in May, my first prediction is going to be based on the chart specifically. So looking at a major recent low in the past and a major recent high, I've drawn something called a Fibonacci retracement. So Fibonacci is found in all walks of life all over the world. A snail shell is a good example, how the curve follows this exact ratio. Some of the major key points being the 1, 1.618, 1.786, 886, 1.5 and 1.382. They're some of the big ones to keep in mind, and they're even represented in things like pi. So this calculation is used in a lot of charting, day trading, long-term trading and everything, and it's just a good indication of future support and resistance levels, because if we break an all-time high, we will enter something called a price discovery phase, and people like to use the Fibonacci numbers to find out where we might level out, where we might find resistance, where we might crash, and things like that. Because once you reach those prices, it's complete unknowns where the price is going to be heading next. So people like to use these numbers. So just jumping back into this, For a low ball, I will do a low ball and a high ball number for all of these predictions. For a low ball for May, given Bitcoin miraculously recovers, I like to look at the 1.618 Fibonacci number. I think that is a guaranteed at some point in ILV's life. I don't think it will stay below this 2550 forever. Eventually it will hit above that, whether it's because of the game launch or otherwise. It'll eventually get to that level. So that is my low ball for what I think it could reach in May, which is not actually even that far off its recent all-time high, and the market cap isn't even extreme comparatively to the rest of the market. So 2550 for May minimum, again given Bitcoin behaves. Now my high ball number, so this is going to be quite simple. I think it's going to sit somewhere between Sand and Mana at their peaks for at least one of its runs. I really do think that's possible. And they had about an $8 billion market cap in the middle there somewhere. That's on an average. Because they'll be higher by the time ILV hits that. But I think it can. Now, if we consider that this happens after about 700,000 to a million tokens worth of unlocks, I think the circulating supply could be about 1 million by then. Now, what that means is the token price is a very simple equation. It is the total market cap divided by the circulating tokens, and that gives you token price. Now, there are currently 600,000 circulating tokens, and I think about 1 million or so will be unlocked by the time May comes around, probably more. But a lot of them I think are going to be restaked. So I don't think we'll really exceed at that point about 1 million circulating tokens. And the different stats and things of CoinMarketCap might say different, but this is kind of just talking about liquidity versus supply and demand and things like that. It's a lot more complicated. If you guys want to know more about it, please let me know down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe the video. It helps this reach way more people to learn more about ILV token and where it might be heading in the future. And if you want more people to invest in it, you're going to want them to watch the video. So please like down below. I really appreciate it. So at about 1 million circulating tokens, at an $8 billion market cap, that would put my confident price prediction for May of this year to about $8,000. All right. I think the token could hit 8K. And yeah, so I know that seems really extensive, but if the game takes off, hits 10 million players, highly successful, all over the news and media, I think this is a breeze. I don't think it would have any issue going that high, especially if the Bitcoin bull run continues and FOMO kicks back in. Because a lot of people are predicting, and I don't know if it's going to happen this year or anything like that, but a lot of people are predicting that the entire crypto space could 4x, 2 trillion to 8 trillion market cap. If that happens, and I truly believe ILV is the top Metaverse token, then it's going to suck up a lot of that market share. And $8,000 is just the beginning. Okay, so let me have a look at my December consideration. Now, this is based on the bull run even more so than the previous one. But I think based on fundamentals, because of the way revenue distribution works and that pretty much everything spent on the game is added to the market cap in a certain sense. I mean, obviously people are selling and things during this process, but in a certain sense, the more money the game makes, the higher the token price, if you ignore everything else just for a minute. So that's what I'm basing a lot of these December predictions on. So up till about December, I'm expecting about 3 million tokens in unlocks. Now, this would mean that we could go up with the rest of the bull run, and maybe the bull run cools off like it did in May of 2021. And then there'd be a steady decline in ILV, and quite a strong one because of all the unlocks happening and people taking profits and everything from their various gains. But then I think at some point, the unlocks will get overshadowed by all of the game revenue and all of the tokenomics and everything and everyone wanting to be inside of Illuvium. And I think that will start eventually offset that, and then we'll see another steady rise until FOMO kicks in and we go to the moon. Not financial advice. But I think by the end of December, the circulating supply could reach close to 2 million. I still think that's unlikely. I think majority of people would choose to stake their tokens. Also considering 1 million in treasury will never be circulating or staked. And then leading off from let's say a 6 billion market cap, underballing my highball from before, in about May, that would leave about a $3,000 token kicking off from May. And then from that point, my lowball estimate would be that $4 billion is spent on the game. Then that would bring us up to about a $5,000 token in December as my lowball. I think 5,000 is very, very possible. And if you bought a token right now, that would be about a 20x. Again, if Bitcoin behaves. That can't be forgotten, and please always DCA if you're unsure. If you love the project and you want to buy the token, buy in increments, okay? Don't do it all at once. It is a terrible, terrible idea. Be exposed to it, but don't be over leveraged, okay? And my highball estimate would be that it generates about over $10 billion in revenue in its first year. I think in its first year, FOMO, the ability to earn a lot of money, free to play, first AAA game, biggest esports tournament. I think in its first year, it could blow up. I think that's very real. And if you guys agree with me, then definitely consider what I'm trying to say. If you disagree with me, then take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. You have to believe in what you're investing in. That's the biggest part of it. You can't just invest in something because someone tells you. If you're agreeing with what I'm saying, then I'm just trying to provide you with the analytical insight of how that might impact token price. So if we did get over 10 billion from the token, from the game's revenue, then the token could easily reach $10,000 by December from mass success and FOMO. And then subsequently, I think we could even hit 15, 16K. Because what happens is you had like 8 billion market cap and everyone wants to get into it because it's a great investment. Everyone keeps piling on and you hit 15, 20 billion, you 2x. So if you were at 10K and you 2x, that's 20K, which is a big jump from where we are now, but not a big jump if you're there in the future. So I definitely think it could snowball like that until eventually it gets a bit overhyped and it has to cool down. All right, so I'd love to know what you guys think in the description down below. I mean, the comments down below. Please let me know what you think, where you think the token price is going, and if you think I have some good reason in what I'm saying. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and they think that I'm overhyping it and going way too far. But I'm just saying, if the stars line up even remotely, I think a lot of this is really within range and within reason. So definitely keen to hear your feedback, and I'll see you next time. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. I hope that you'll watch that next video up in the top right hand corner, or don't, but I really do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one.